here at Soldier Field, still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Jones on 1st and 10. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 29 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
The ball carrier
got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
To throw now, here's Love. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And some space here. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley. An even 90 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
32. First down, Green Bay.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
The handoff.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 14, Packers 7.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun. Love eluding and the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one.
The ball comes out. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Mason Crosby.
2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Saquon Barkley.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mixon with it. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First down and much more here for Jones. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. first and 10. Jones over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. 2
more yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
That ties the game at 27. Matt Raiders set.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Love from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will score on pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. The shotgun, it's Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
The second down pass intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Darnell Mooney the target there. But it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Jones. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30.
He's going to make everything
Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, 92 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Now Jones. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
And 6 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Smith in on the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 40,
a toss left, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 44 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack.
And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 55, Packers 27. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Joe Mixon, 68 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Room to run again. And some room to run now. Past the 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, 61 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On second down, here's Mixon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Tackled at the 34-yard
The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
It's a gain of 6. And a Packer first down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Target.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Joe Mixon.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now Mixon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
The play is a turnover on downs.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And how about this, a fake? And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And some room to work. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak.
Today's final score, Bears.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of